and today we're playing part 2 of Baizhu's Story Quest. So, we're going to west of genshin Village, which we are heading there right now. So we teleport. So, as a matter of fact, my first part video was a 30 over gameplay because I was doing a clip by clip, which I don't want to miss any mishaps on my previous videos. But checking all my work, I'm just gonna do a clip by clip or not. I'm gonna check my recordings. So there's with bamboos. And there's the house of Aggies. Whoa, who knew Aggies has this down?
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiangli was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiangli? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale.
Chenyu Vale?
She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang. Wait, Changsheng, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiangli did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family. The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Quarrel? What happened?
Did something happen to them?
I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiangli or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Changsheng?
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
What the... Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiangli has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
Okay, Baizhu. Okay, let's look for clues. And our first clue is a wooden pillar. Several faint marks can be seen in pillars. Maybe it was used to record something right near the bottom mark. It says, the more quickly ayus grow up, the sooner can leave. Judging by the numbers of the marks of the pillars, the family has led secluded existing here for many years. That's one clue. Next, piled stacks of wood. The firewood is neatly stacked, and the logs were cut with great power and precision. Whoever chopped the firewood must have been physically fit. Some logs at the bottom of the pile have begun to rot. It must have been a while since any new wood was added to the pile. That's number 2. And where is the third clue? It's the other side of the house. And there are crates. Some roof tile broke. Mom and I tried to get up and look, but we didn't manage. Luckily, Dad was able to fix them in no time. The dinner table was a bit wobbly today, and we sat down to eat. Dad tried to fix it, but ended up breaking one of the legs accident. Dad's forgetting things again. I'll have to write it all down for now and read it back to him when he's feeling a bit better.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
Jonathan, what is it?
What is this?
A bottle of poison?
Chung Shung and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
God's remains.
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains. Is it breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive.
Alive?
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
I see.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading.
He was going back towards Jing's village.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jialiang? Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden? Since this poison poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment. The one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
Oh.
You mean Xiaoliang? Why would he poison himself? Think a little harder, Paimon.
Oh,
Someone else who lives here.
All their expressions.
And who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
I see.
Huh? So you're saying it was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
Maybe a toxic relationship?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Do you know of a method to neutralize the poison?
Yes. According to the origins and symptoms of diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother load is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jia Liang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
I've only heard the rumors.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time. Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this? Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
Creepy.
Hey! Plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach. Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing!
True.
Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament.
The sunlight.
None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Strange. Baizhu has a weak constitution. And didn't his master pass away at an early age?
Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck!
Oh, mannequin man. The pain in the neck.
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are, if it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
I do have someone that I can call.
What?
Yeah. Could it be Xiao?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Yeah, true. Xiao, are you there? Oh! There's
You
Xiao.
called?
Xiao. I knew it. It all Xiao.
Gets Paimon every time. Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Yeah.
Huh? It's you.
Baizhu of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The lantern rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Yeah, from the video,
Our
he was
paths have
ill.
crossed once before.
He was ill, but Chi-Chi carried him to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Let me explain. You tell Xiao about everything that has happened.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Jinxa village.
Yeah.
A vile monster known as the Che once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Jinxa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Che is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
I see.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
Thank you, Xiao.
Hmm?
Shang-Xing is staring at Xiao.
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
And he's gone.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them.
He is a
That's
yaksha.
Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master! Master! There's a
Wait.
problem!
What?
Gray? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoyang.
What is it? What happens to Jiao Yang?
He was fine 1 minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Oh dear.
Already? How?
Did something happen?
Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed.
What is it?
Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
Okay. Before we continue the Genshin Impact gameplay video for baizhu Story Quest, I want you to know the second episode, the third episode of Catherine's Cases is coming soon, known as Seeking Eyes Part 3. But this one's the finale. More episodes are coming soon, so remember, I need more subscribers. I need to get back to my weighted 5, and then I can continue on. Now remember, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more Genshin. If you want to see more, but my ratings haven't gone up yet. So remember, stay subscribed. Bye! Okay, let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check on Jiao Liang. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Jiao Yang could be in danger or something. So, let's teleport. hope Jiaoliang's okay. In case if there is any problems, we should go really talk to him. So, let's climb up to the stairs. Let's see if he's okay now.
Dad! What's wrong? Dad?
Jiaoliang's weak. The god remains is
Don't
poisoning
be
him.
scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
Yes, true.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baizhu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
Oh no.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
He's weak?
Gui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Don't worry, Dr.
Baizhu's
Baizhu
not
can
gonna
help.
use Changsheng's secret art again, is he?
He still
Is there
has his
really no
red
other way
face.
to save Jialiang?
So, if we rewind the clock again, we need to get to 8 o'clock again. Hope he's okay. If fingers crossed.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual.
Maybe something's off with you, Jiaoliang.
Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiang Li once we find her.
Okay.
Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
Not
No,
quite.
the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Oh, Jiaoliang, you're getting...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baizhu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he...
Let's go check up on him.
Huh? Hey, wait up!
Baizhu, your life force.
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiangli's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for?
Hey, we can hear Paimon at the door.
They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Well, at least Baizhu still have less life force. Imagine what would happen if he lose all of his energy. He wouldn't have the energy, all his life energy.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
Are you both okay?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment.
What do you mean?
And as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs.
That's a long
Though it
dialogue.
was created from God remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
His
Had he
medication?
not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
So that's why Jialing did it.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
That's sad.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Zhang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible, whatever the cost may be.
Fate?
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jia Liang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is.
Yeah, let's
Her
go.
regular exposure to God remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
Who's that? Is that John?
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way.
Yeah, you can show
I'm
us.
sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Oh no, Zhao Liang, you're getting even worse.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now.
Okay.
Before I forget everything again.
Oh no, is it happening to him?
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that? I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue, so why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her. Very well. Then follow me.
Huh? Is that Hu Tao? I recognize her shoes. In Lu Qiji's sitting.
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
Bye, Chi. Okay, so I'm still gonna continue the Baizhu story quest, but this is part 2. This one's is a short story quest. But listen, I'm still gonna continue the story quest of Baizhu. So remember, be sure to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see more Genshin Impact videos. Bye!